What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged review, and man, I gotta tell you, this whole George Floyd protest that follows thing it's pretty wild, man. It is pretty wild. I had not seen the actual video of George Floyd and the death. I knew the circumstances behind it, and I knew that it was disgusting. But after watching it, I gotta tell you, man, it does piss you off. It really does. There's no other way to put it. If it doesn't piss you off, you are part of the problem. And I even said in my last post when I was talking about the rioters and stuff that I did go off pretty hard on. That I would stand in any protest against stuff like this. And I actually just tried to. Unfortunately, I live in a very well-to-do town in mid-southern Florida where it's like, unfortunately, not a lot of people do things. They had one little protest where some people were walking down their street. But that was it. And unfortunately, I don't think that people understand that nobody cares if you're going to protest in your own backyard. And that was part of the point of the post yesterday. I don't condone violence from anybody for any reason. I'd like to believe that sometimes everything can be solved non-violently. But again, that's a perfect world. And I get the anger. I get the rage. I get seeing stuff like this and not knowing how to process it, not knowing how to explain to your kids that because you're black, you're going to have a harder life. It has to suck. I mean, I can't fully understand, but I can sure as hell empathize. I get that it's far past time in this country that we pulled together and said enough is enough and it's time to stop this shit. And so I actually tried to go out myself and find some kind of protest to join. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything. And that's because Sarasota can be lame as fuck. But, you know, maybe the next step is just going and starting the protest. Standing in front of City Hall with the signs and, you know, letting people know that this is okay. And hopefully people see that and join. I don't know. But it's something that you can't sit down on. It's something that you can't just leave alone. I've said in so many posts so far that if you do nothing, if you say nothing, then you're complicit in all these things that are happening. And I don't want to be complicit. You know, I'm Polish, man. Our ancestors were thrown into gas chambers and killed by the tens of thousands. And my grandpa is an Auschwitz survivor. My grandfather that I knew. So it's like I get how that feels in some ways. You know, and plus being Polish, you just get the blunt of all jokes. Now, don't get me wrong, the comparison isn't really fair because I still have white skin and I still can walk down the streets without fear of being shot for walking down the street. So the comparison really isn't there. But, you know, I'm just trying to emphasize a slight understanding, you know, that when your people have been oppressed, when you see shit like that, when you've been the butt of, you know, people just talking shit about you for decades, and having dated a black girl and been intimately familiar with how these white racist fuckers act. And literally, we just walk down the road and people you know, blaring the horn with a Confederate flag, yelling the N-word, and seeing how that affects my girlfriend, and, you know, seeing her in tears and upset and angry because she is a very decent, well-educated, well-spoken woman that just gets this reaction because of the color of her skin. It sucks. So please don't think by my last post that I don't understand the anger, the hurt, the wanting to lash out. And I said in the last post, and I kind of stand behind it, that I don't know that that is the way, but I'll be honest, I don't know what way it is. So, you know, do I agree with the riots? No. Do I agree with the violence? No. Do I get it? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And so we all have to do our part to stand behind this. If we agree that this is wrong, if we agree that it's gone on too long, we have to stand up ourselves. Every person. Black, white, brown, red, yellow, doesn't matter. We are all in this together. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I am trying to do my part. Sometimes just by talking to you people, whoever watches and listens. But I plan on getting my ass out there on the front lines too. If I can find it. Because, you know, Sarasota. But believe me, I support change in this. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at. I wanted to add that kind of as an amendment to the last post I did, because I did go off pretty hard on the looters and the rioters. And after watching so many videos of all this stuff happening and the genuine pain it's caused people and the genuine hate and rage, you have to at least understand it. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the post. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, I don't know how you can enjoy this, but if you relate to it, if you agree with me, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. But more importantly than all of that, right now, if you agree, go fucking do something about it. Go out there on the front lines. Try to be an active participant. Because sitting on your couch and saying, yeah, I agree it shouldn't happen, doesn't do anything at this point. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.